rating some of my texts. Number 1, that one. Hey there! Teachers who don't know me tell me to stop whistling. I've been told to turn on my phone. I worry if people think I'm whistling at them in public. I give myself haste because it can be really loud. And when I whistle too much, it can be hard for me to breathe. And I wanted to go away to Meowtic. This one. It's kind of cute and wholesome. Cat girl vibes. I worry if my cat thinks I'm being mean to her and my dog is concerned. 8 out of 10. Then my flop tick, which is basically from my waist, so I just like that. Yeah, basically just as my friend demonstrated. It doesn't happen that much, but when it does, it's very annoying. It's like I'm trying to crack my head open. Even worse when it happens at school.
There are 2 types of ADHD. You got the people with ADHD who have to be in an empty white room that is completely silent facing a wall in order to get anything done. And then you have the motherfuckers who can't focus unless they have 18 forms of stimulation playing at the exact same time. There is no in-between.
Allegory, a story where the characters stand for abstract ideas. For example, good and evil. 'Cause I was Jekyll, Jekyll Hyde, Jekyll. Jekyll, Jekyll Hyde, Jekyll Hyde. Jekyll, Jekyll Hyde, Jekyll Hyde.
Not nonverbal. I'm always physically capable of speech. It's just that speaking for any extended period of time always results in a full day of barely speaking at all because I can't find the energy to make coherent conversation with people. And the only way to refuel is to be alone and silent most of the day. Sometimes multiple days. And when I do speak, I often am more enthusiastic to compensate for these periods of silence, which feeds into the cycle of talking a lot than not talking at all. Because of this, I'm constantly dealing with social burnout. I also find the text-to-speech feature to be a huge relief because it allows me to articulate my thoughts without stuttering through the same line 20 times and taking an hour to record a 15-sec video. I'm probably just an introvert.
Do any other neurodivergent people ever just get stuck? Like, I came up here to take a shower. So why am I sitting on the floor right now? Why? My brain just say no. I say, okay, brain. What else are you supposed to say when brain says no? The shower is right there. Look, I'm right here. Why can't I just take a shower?
You guys need to stop calling my ticks cute. It's all fun and games and quack quack until I go from nya nya to ah. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Oh no, that's a new one. Ah.
So as part of whatever is fucked up in my brain, I am a mimic. If someone or something makes an interesting, weird noise, I will make it right back. I pick up accents from people, I pick up manners of speaking, I just mimic everything. So one day, about 4th, 5th grade, my mom and I are driving home from school and we're laughing at something, and all of a sudden my mom stops laughing and looks over at me and she goes, "That's not your laugh." And I'm like, yes it is, Mom, that's my laugh, that's how I laugh. She goes, "No, that's not how you laughed yesterday. Use your normal laugh." I'm sitting there looking at her like, that's my laugh. Anyway, yeah, no, that's what I would have died of in the Middle Ages, was they would have left me out for the Fae the minute I laughed with someone else's laugh, apparently.
Good day in my mind, seem to take a step out, get some air now, let your edge out.
One of the most complicated and misunderstood parts of living with ADHD is how our brains perceive rejection. In fact, so many people with ADHD struggle with feelings of rejection that there's actually a name for it. It's called rejection-sensitive dysphoria. And I want to be very clear, RSD is not a diagnosis. Instead, it's a phrase that we use to describe the trauma that many of us deal with when faced with perceived or real rejection. The thing about ADHD brains is that we are always seeking stimulus, but seeking stimulus requires making a connection, getting from point A to point B. But the problem is that sometimes our brain fills in the gaps for us. I like to kind of explain it in terms of sewing. When we sew, we usually seam like pieces together, create that connection. My friend didn't text me back today. Well, they're probably busy, and that's okay. But for people who struggle with RSD, it can look more like this. My friend didn't text me back today. Therefore, they never liked me. They were only pretending to be my friend. I bet they've secretly hated me all the time. I bet they're hanging out with everybody without me. Our brain seams together things that aren't true. Because try.
Can your girl do this?
Neurotypicals are so fucking useless. They're always like, no, Bentley, you shouldn't put your bread in the refrigerator because it gets slightly more stale than if you were to keep it on the counter in a way that no one would actually ever really notice. So instead, you should keep your bread on the counter, eat 2 slices before it gets moldy, and then throw away 90% of the loaf and then buy another loaf. That's what you should do because that's what we do. No, Bentley. Don't use powdered creamer for your coffee so that you'll actually drink it because it doesn't get too cold immediately. You should use cold creamer like we do and then leave your coffee around all day and forget about it because it's cold and disgusting and then microwave it 100 times to the point where it doesn't even taste good and it tastes like shitty old 8-hour diner coffee. Do that because it's what we do. Your thing makes sense. You shouldn't do that. You should do the bullshit that we do because it's what we do because we're neurotypicals.
So a while back, I made a video about piercing clients with tics because some of you asked if I could, and I was like, yeah, totally. And a number of you commented and said, oh, that makes me really happy to hear you say, I've been denied service because I have tics for piercings and things like that, which broke my heart. So I did a bridge piercing, a very precision piercing for my client Jazz tonight, and he was comfortable with me filming the workaround we figured out with his tics. So here we have Rob kneeling and providing his arms and shoulders as a brace so that I can rest the least amount of my body possible on Jazz. At our consultation, we were able to determine that this was really the only way that a bridge was going to work out. The presence of Rob's forearms and things like this helped Jazz with calming down his tics and helped them be less, and also allowed me to put my forearms and my elbows on Rob's shoulders, my body against Rob's back, so I had the least amount of contact with Jazz's face, which also helped with the tics. And here's his really cute photo from after. We love to see it.
So I bought this shirt in 2013 when I was 12 years old. And I bought it specifically because I saw it and I thought to myself, this is going to be unwearable in like a year, in 6 months. No one's gonna wanna see this. So I started this long con and I was like, I'm gonna buy this and I'm not gonna wear it until like 2018, 2019, when people will look at it and be like, what the fuck? And now it's 2021 and I found it again. It still fits because I'm like 5'1" and I haven't grown since I was 13. And I think we've reached the point where wearing this is like, I've edged it perfectly. Thank you, 12-year-old me.
Hey there guys, my name's Cody and I have schizophrenia. And I wanted to explain what was going on in this video last night. Because some of you have been following my page for over a year and you're very aware of why I posted that video. But I do have a lot of new followers and I was reading through the comments and realized that a lot of you don't understand why I did that. So like I said, I have schizophrenia, which causes hallucinations that are auditory and visual, as well as delusions and paranoia. Since I've been medicated, I've found more ways to help me identify whether or not something is a hallucination. When it comes to visual hallucinations, I'll actually use the camera in my phone to check to see if it's really there, because I'll be able to see it, but not through my phone. I'll even use the same technique. I've already had to do it this morning with auditory hallucinations, where I record and listen back to see if I hear the same voices. And I just wanted to explain that for everyone who didn't understand.
I'm definitely like a well-trained autistic person. Like, I'm house trained for neurotypicals, but I can either understand what you're saying and process it, or I can make eye contact. You don't get both.
The mental health conversation is oversaturated with people with mild anxiety and depression. So I want to talk about a problem I have and like sort of try to undemonize it, and it's this thing called false memory OCD. This is something I'm medicated for, and it is quite literally a mental disability, and I'm going to explain why. Ever since I was a little kid, I really can't tell if something's real or fake. Like, it's a nightmare. I can't fucking tell. And my earliest experience with this was when I was maybe like 5 or 6. I went up to my teacher and I told her, I think I may have beaten the shit out of that other kid. And she was like, what are you talking about? So she like pulled in the kid in question, and he was like, no, Christina didn't even touch me. I was like, what if I did and I don't remember? Like, you know? And she was like, you're crazy. And I was like, oh, yeah, I'm crazy. Okay, I'm crazy. And this sucks because in adulthood it manifests in different ways. I'll be like, what if I sent an offensive message? What if I posted something I didn't mean to post? And it sucks because other leftists love to take advantage of that. Like, there are a lot of elitist people who like extrapolate or put words in your mouth, and it drives me insane. It sucks that this is demonized because it's not hard to understand.
I just want to say something to my people that have ADHD and have just started taking stimulant medication for it, because it's something I wish somebody had said to me. If you feel like energetic, like turned on when you're on your medication, like you're talking a lot, that's normal, especially in the beginning. I wish somebody had told me that. It doesn't mean that it's too strong a prescription or that you don't actually have ADHD. That's how it's supposed to feel, because executive dysfunction and like brain fog can kind of, it can make you feel down, and it can make you feel like you can't really do things. So like feeling energetic and like motivated and all that stuff, that's normal. And I wish somebody had told me that, because I felt really weird for the first like couple months taking it. But you're totally normal, bro.
Okay, how are we going to work in this fun frog fact that we learned the other day into this conversation? If we do it now, it's not organic. I don't think the conversation is really trending that way. So we got to do it subtly. Just don't say it. Just don't say it out of the blue. Please don't say it out of the blue. I know you want to. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. I'm so sorry to hear about your grandma. Did you know, though,